What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead and tap into the chat. Tap into the chat. Tap into the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new. Tap into the chat. Tap into the chat. Tap into the chat. There we go. Yeah. What else I need to put on here? Am I missing something? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Will America ever recover? Boom. Put that over there. What's going on? Y'all already seen the title, so y'all already know what we're about to get into. Make sure you go ahead and answer the poll as well. As y'all can see, got my coffee out this morning. What's going on? We're waiting on a few more people. Waiting on a few more people to come on in the chat so we can go ahead and get this thing started. Of course, we always have to have, we already got in sales coming in. Already got in sales coming in. When do y'all learn? Right? This is one reason. This is one reason why. This is another reason why America is going the route that it is. But it's because there's a lot of incel brain dead men out here, and I blame and you I blame the red pill. I blame the red pill. Run, hey bro, love from Dubai. Keep up the good work. Shouts out to Dubai. Right. The reason why America is going the direction that it is because it is filled up. And when I say filled up, I'm saying filled up with absolutely incel, incelish, brain dead, don't want to put in the work in, don't want to put the work in, weak, gullible men, right? Weak, gullible men who don't want to do nothing, who don't want to build anything, right? The red pill is many men's hope, copium, right? So now we have a country filled up with men who don't want to build, who don't want to do anything. It's just ridiculous. They want to come online and be keyboard warriors, right? They want to come online and be incels, right? Barely working a job. What do you mean by incel? You know what I mean by incel, right? You know what I mean by incel. What else do I mean by it? Larry Larry Griffiths, what's going on? I'm talking about men. I'm talking about men in mass who have decided that they don't want to even participate in society, do not want to participate in the workforce. They're not getting laid. They're not getting laid. They're not getting money. They're not getting pussy. They're not getting anything. Right? They're not contributing to society. That's what I mean by incel. Right? So we have approximately 60% plus of men who have become incels in this country. Yeah, you're right. Work is a man's religion, therapy. Nobody should skip that. And you know what's crazy? They're skipping it. They're skipping it. They're skipping it. Right? And who's gonna stop it? Shouts out to Melbourne, Australia. Shouts out to y'all out there in Australia. That's a good question. Dark Sides Army. How do I not become an incel? Well, first and foremost, don't pay attention to what's going on around you. Right? Don't pay attention to what's going on around you. So there's going to be a lot of psychological warfare going on around you from social media to legacy media, right? A lot of people get sucked into the politics. A lot of people get sucked into the divisiveness. A lot of people get sucked into what's not even reality in the first place, right? So that's first and foremost, right? Ignore your environment, especially in today's time, and especially in 2025. Ignore your environment. Secondly, you need to make sure that you're mentally well. You need to make sure that you're physically well. You need to make sure that you're spiritually well. You need to take care of yourself, right? Especially internally, right? Because before you can change your external environment, you need to change your internal environment. So if your mental compass is off, everything else is going to be off, right? If you're not good up in the head, right, you're struggling with things, struggling with mental deficiencies, right? It's not going to work out for you. You're struggling with confidence. You're struggling with, either diagnosed. I mean, you could be diagnosed medically. I don't know, right? But as long as you're struggling with those and you're not actually trying to heal those things, then you're going to struggle. Then emotionally, right? You got a lot of men who are emotional as hell, first and foremost, and emotionally insecure and emotionally immature, right? You have a lot of men walking around here who, their growth is stagnant, right? Their growth is stagnant. They never grew up. They're still carrying around trauma from when they were 6, 7, 8 years old. They're still carrying around trauma from when they was a teenager, right? So don't do that. Thirdly, get into the best shape. I'm assuming that you're a young man, so get into the best shape that you possibly can, right? Don't quit the smoking, right? Drink in moderation or don't drink at all, right? Then get out here and create. So that's what you was put on this earth to do. Create, right? Bring the intangible to the tangible world. Create, because that's the only thing that's going to save you in 2025. Creativity, right? We stay in a world where, especially in America, where creativity has been stagnant for the past 100 years. So the only ones that's going to win this game, the only ones who are going to be above water, are the ones who can get out here and create, use their brain to tap into creativity, right? So I hope I answered your question. I've got a question though. Can I not sleep around and still be successful as a Christian as I believe in? I don't understand that question. I don't understand that question. I've got a question though. Can I not sleep around? Can I not sleep around and be successful as a Christian, as I believe in? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Probably need to reword that. Dark sides. Should I just care about myself and close circle and fuck everything? Yeah, of course, of course. That's how you need to move now. Anybody else, anybody that's around you, I don't care if it's family, I don't care if it's your mom, your dad, your grandma, grandpappy, papa, I don't care. Like if you have people around you who are nothing but dead weight, they need to go. They need to go. I was very fat, lost about 100 pounds. Okay, shouts out to you, right? Feminism. What's your opinion? Opinion? Is it Christian? Is feminism? Is feminism Christian? Well, it depends on how you look at it, I guess. Right? Depends on how you break it down. As far as women leading men, no. Right? Is this Buster Rhymes? Got another incel. Go ahead and put that bad boy in timeout. But anyway, many of you already answered the poll already. Will America ever recover? Right? Will America ever recover? Um I mean, y'all already answered it yourself. I didn't even say anything. Right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Shouts out to Kenya. Shouts out to Kenya. I got to get over there to Kenya. Actually, I've already broke down incel already. I've already broke down incel. Here's the thing. America's gonna eat itself from the inside out. America's gonna eat itself from the inside out. The times where America was created for Americans, that ship has sailed a long time ago. That ship has sailed a long time ago. Right? So, like I've broken down before on this channel, I've talked about there was a specific time period. There was a specific time period where the average everyday American man mattered. Do y'all want to guess? Do y'all want to guess that time period? Do y'all want to guess that time period? That time period was in between the 50s and possibly to the 80s. From the 50s to the 80s. Right? The 50s to the 80s, that was like prime time America. Right? Manufacturing was booming, right? Industries were booming, innovation was booming. We had the internet .com era that was coming in around that time, right? So we had a lot of different things that was going on around that time, right? We had a lot of things going on around that time. Dark Side Army said being a black man during that time wasn't that great though. Let's keep it real. Well, it depends on how you look at it. I mean, yeah, pre civil rights versus after civil rights, sure, whatever. Nicholas Sony, greetings, brother. What's going on? Jake Stokes, 1945 to 1985. World War ended in 1945. Okay, appreciate that, Jake Stokes. So, like Jake Stokes said, 1945 to 1985. So that was a good ballpark around there. That was a good ballpark. So 1945 to 1985, right? Was when America was in its prime time, prime time, right? If you're gonna okay, we're 15 minutes in now, so if you're gonna start asking me questions, then super chat. If you're gonna ask me questions, then super chat. So Rama Dama, I mean, I'm not against anybody. I'm not against anybody. So I don't know what you mean support. Like, do I support? I mean, I'm not against. I'm not against, right? I mean, if you're talking about in America, Ninja, you talking about do you support the LG HD TV? What? What are you even talking about, man? Yeah, I had to read that again. But anyway, back to the main topic. Right? If you have any questions, super chat. The destruction of the one income household is what fucked us. Now we require two income households, unfortunately. But then even more unfortunate than that is people are not getting married. Right? According to the statistics, people are not getting married. So there goes that. I think more than ever, we need two income households. But now people are just trying to make it on one. Hell, I mean, if you can get a roommate or something, a live in buddy, right? Then hey, or what a lot of people are doing, especially I just seen a recent statistic with Gen Z, right? And in particular, people under 30, right? This is the highest time that people are staying with parents, right? Since the depression, since the 40s, right? G Jones, people feeling it out here. I see it in people's eyes every day. G, yeah, people feeling it out here. Yep, you got to stay on your p's and q's, right? And I'm, and I do my best to be good to good people, right? I try my best to be good to good people. I was at work yesterday, and it was this lady, and she had a man with her, right? She barely, I don't know where they were from, but she barely spoke English, right? She wasn't of Hispanic origin, of nothing like that, but she barely spoke English, and she walked up to me and was like, basically, me and my family just need gas. Like we just need gas, and I assumed that she was just by herself, and with kids or whatever. But she was a whole ass man. She was with a whole ass man, and I'm like, bro, I didn't even, in my opinion, I can't, I don't see myself being in that predicament where I'm a grown ass man and my woman is the one, walking around, walking around between pumps, asking people for money, right? But you never know what kind of situation that you'll end up in. And granted, if he had walked up to me, it probably wouldn't have been the same answer, to be honest and fair with you, right? If he had walked up to me and was like, "Hey, I need some gas money," I probably wouldn't have gave him the same leeway as I would, I guess, his wife, who walked up to me. So she said she just needed gas. She didn't walk up to me and ask for any money, right? She didn't walk up to me and ask like just, "Hey, do you have any change?" No, she straight up just said, "Hey, we ran out of gas. I don't have any money, right? Could you put some gas, on my tank?" So what did I do? I was like, man, it's hard out here. It's hard out here, and I'm gonna put some gas. I'm gonna just go ahead and put 15. I put $15 on the gas, right? Call it a day. I didn't even look. I didn't even look him in his face because man to man, hey, you need to get your shit. You need to get your shit rocking. You need to get your shit together. You got your woman walking between pumps, asking for money. Get your shit together. So he said thank you though, but I just motherfucker, you need to get it together. I get it that it's hard out here, but hey, we have Von Gray. Americans recovering right now. We have to clean up the mess from the last administration. Von Gray, I would have to say, I don't want to call you an idiot, right? I don't want to call you an idiot, but no, sir. No, sir. Right? And I'm not the one. I'm not the one that lean. Well, I lean more right. Let's put it like that. I lean more right. However, I have a sovereign mind. But no, no, man. That argument can go. That argument can go on and on. Why are we bringing up Joe Biden? Just because I don't agree with what you're saying, you think that I like Joe Biden? That's the problem with y'all. That's a big problem with a lot of Americans. You think that because people disagree with what's going on right now, that they somehow agree with what happened previously, right? It's just ridiculous. You said tell me one bad thing Trump is doing right now, violating Constitution. He's been doing that from the very jump. shouldn't have been able to run in the first place. He's a convicted felon. First and foremost, if you want to start from the beginning, right? He was convicted in a trial full of his peers. If it was anybody else, you wouldn't be able to get a job, wouldn't be able to get a loan, wouldn't be able to do anything. Wasn't supposed to be able to run in the first place. So let's cut the shit. See, the fact that you don't know Von Gra- that's why I don't argue with people. The fact that you don't know, you see people like that, people like you, you're not American to me. You're not American to me. Like the simple fact that you haven't been paying attention, the fact that you probably only consume even Fox News. I mean, not Fox News, Cock News, Cuck News, even Cuck News has been as of late, as these past few months have been coming out against Trump, right? And that's not necessarily in agreement with Trump, right? And I don't even watch legacy media, but I try to get my insight from everybody and put it all together and come to my own conclusion, right? See, Von Gray, why would I super complete moron? I guarantee you probably stay in the basement, buddy. This is what I'm talking about. This is why America's going to eat itself from the inside out. You have idiots like Von Gray. Did you look at the jobs report? Did you look at the jobs report that just came out Friday? Did you look at the jobs report that just came out Friday? Right? Fucking idiot. So talking about you purposely shelter yourself. I just literally told you I get information from all segments, right? From all brainwashing platforms. I get all of my information from all brainwashing platforms. I break it down and then come to my own conclusion, unlike you. Fucking idiot. Tell me about the jobs report. Tell me about the jobs report, right? Tell me about the jobs report. Damn idiot. Tourism is down. Trade is down because of tariffs. Groceries are up. Shut the hell up. Don't know what you're talking about. No, don't kick them off. Don't kick them off. Right? I love a moron. I love a moron. Especially you MAGA morons, you maggots, right? Many of these MAGA tards, right? Many of these mag idiots are worse than these fucking libtards, right? Many of these maggots are worse than libtards. I swear to God. Sometimes I can't even tell the difference. They just lean the other way. Jesus Christ. This is why I just ventured off. I'm really non-political because it's like when you talk to libtards, them motherfuckers retarded. Then when you talk to these maggots, right, they're retarded. They're just as retarded. I'm like, bruh, there's very few actual patriots out here. There's very few actual Americans who actually can look at it from an objective standpoint and say, hey, nah, this is wrong. I don't care who's in office. I don't care who I voted for. I don't care where I lean. There's very few Americans that can look at it from an objective standpoint and say, hey, this is wrong. Instead, they suck dick, right? There's so many grown men out here who wouldn't bust a dang on grape, who just gobble. They just put Trump's dick down their throat, right? Maggots. And that's not even what I really wanted to say. It actually started with an F. Like he had to go do his research before he commented. Shut up, man. I'm not even finna debate with you. I'm not even finna debate with you. Anyway, anyway, y'all gonna see. Look at him. He getting mad now. Y'all gonna see. I already told y'all what's gonna happen. Listen, if you've been here for, yeah, the Constitution is the best protected. Man, if you've been here for a minute, you understand. If you've been with me, if you've been watching me for the past year and a half, a lot of stuff that is happening right now, I've already predicted, right? Robert King said Trump is going to make America great again. I'm in Australia. Man, Oh man, boy, boy, the media is a powerful thing, man. The media is powerful, right? You know what? I can't even be mad. I can't even be mad at legacy media, right? I remember when I first, started paying attention to see what was really going on, right? See how programming works, see how they market, to the mass media. I used to be mad at that stuff. Like they're taking advantage of people and they doing this and they doing that. And the more that I actually rise, right? The more that I rise, the more that I become a better man, the more that I become bigger on social media, I start to realize that the majority of people are fucking idiots. And and here's my actual take. I believe, and this can sound elitist. I don't care, but the majority of people are actual idiots, and the majority of people deserve to be controlled, right? The majority of people deserve to be controlled, right? The majority of people deserve to be brainwashed, and they just need something to do. Moy says I'm an elitist. What's that? Wolf says maybe you should get into philosophy. That's a great point. That's a great point. Just ignore Von Gray. Just ignore him. Just ignore him. He coming with all emotion. I don't even like. I like debating with logical people, right? Instead, he got Trump's dick up his ass, right? So I don't talk to people like that because the first, especially, you can tell where the argument is going to go. As soon as I disagree, he said, "What you like? So what did you like about Biden?" I didn't like anything about Biden, right? So the minute you disagree, they think that you're supposed to agree with the leftists or agree with the past administration as if that's where you were going with it. Nah, that's not a person I want to debate with because they already came to their own conclusion. They didn't leave it. It's not open ended, right? So only a fool debates with a fool, right? So I'm not about to do it. So, but man, you want to come up with these different analogies. Now I'm straw manning. Now I'm shutting down. No, because that's not what I'm talking about something different, right? If I wanted to debate about politics, right, I'll debate about politics, but that's not what I'm about to do. Kevin too said, "You don't sound like a real leftist because I'm not a leftist." That's why. That's why I'm an American first. Yeah, look at this motherfucker. There are smarter people living in a mom's basement. I can give a fuck. The fuck, right? And first of all, I mean, bro, it, you don't have to do nothing but pay attention to the numbers, pay attention to what's going on, right? For you to see the writing on the wall, right? For you to see the writing on the wall. You're avoiding the facts. You do not debate. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, Von Gray, have you been living up under a rock? Can somebody update Von Gray for on what's been happening for the past 15, 20 plus years? Jesus Christ. Do I have to update you from the beginning? Like first, how old are you? How old are you? Now you're talking about liberals. See, this is what I'm talking about. See, now it's liberal talking points. See, you must be new here. You must be new here because I'm far from a liberal. You must be brand spanking baby ass new here. You must be brand spanking ass new here. Golly. The reason I ain't even blocked you yet is because you just entertained in the chat. More, you don't have to explain to these dudes, bro. I've been on this channel. I've been doing this channel for 2 years. Now, and if you've been rocking with me from the beginning, you already know where I stand at. So the fact that he talking about liberal talking points, see, that's what I'm saying. This is why America's gonna go in the direction that it is. There's no reason. There's no reasoning. All reasoning has went out the door. All logic has went out the door. People are not going to learn until it's too late. Remember, I told you this more. Remember, I told you if you've been rocking with me for a beginning, y'all are seeing it live in the flesh. This is what I'm talking about. I don't have to even say anything. I don't have to even say anything. They're going to expose themselves, right? And y'all gonna see in the next 5 to 10 years. I'm gonna be doing this thing. I'm still be doing this in the next 5 to 10 years, and y'all gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. What is happening right now, I've already predicted. Right? Massive layoffs, AI, automation, jobs that are not coming back, right? The declining birth rates, marriages declining, men becoming more incels, men becoming more destructive, men becoming more chaotic, men are becoming more homeless, right? The elderly becoming more homeless. I've already predicted this stuff. I said this stuff last year. I said this is what's coming, right? And I've been telling you what's coming next, right, bro? I'm like the Houdini in this bitch. I'm telling you what's happening. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't get your stuff together in the next 5 to 10 years, you will be left behind, right? Because that the 9 to 5 system is changing drastically. Job security, what job security? There's no such thing as job security anymore, right? Full-time jobs are being eradicated, right? Full-time jobs are being shipped off overseas, right? Y'all think just because Trump in office that he's about to bring back these jobs? No, he's not. They're talking about promising. Remember that meeting that they had a few days ago when he had all the tech billionaires sitting around the table. Yeah, I promise. I pledged 600 billion. I pledged this 100 billion. I pledged this, bro. We will never see that money. We will never see that money. And the data centers and the manufacturing centers that they plan on building, there's going to be a slight boom, slight bubble with construction and building, and you'll have some engineers that are leading that, and that'll be it. For the rest of that stuff, they're not going to create a bunch of jobs. Why will create what jobs? Out of what? They're not investing. They're not investing into education. They're not investing to making sure that Americans are up to date in skills. Americans still have skills from the 1980s and 70s, right? The majority of Americans are unskilled. The majority of Americans are working unskilled jobs, right? Engineers, developers, architects, right? Doctors, attorneys, all specialized fields. Very few people are working those. When Meta gets done building whatever data centers that they're building, the only people that are going to be left are specialized scientists. That is it. That 600 billion that they were talking about from, I guess, just one company is supposedly supposed to be 8 trillion or so dollars, but they be lying, right? You have companies who pledged some money who still haven't delivered yet. Unfiltered grind. What's going on? Right? Even books, cinema, and video games have been exposing this, bro. But we're moving more into a techno feudalism, right? But you think I'm about to sit here and debate with Von Gray, who's got Trump's dick down his throat, and I voted for Trump. I voted for Trump, but I won't sit back and let somebody think that they can violate the Constitution. I'm not about to sit back and see clear violations, clear writing on the walls. We're bending over from a country that rhymes with Tisrael, right? We're bending over for a country that rhymes with Tisrael. We're doing all of their bidding, right? Still sending them billions of dollars while we have homelessness increasing on the street. Men have no jobs. There is no marriages. People are not creating kids. We're in a decline, but we're still sending billions of dollars to a fucking Tisrael, and we're still sending billions of dollars over there to Ukraine, and then we're trying to go to war with Venezuela. Miss me with that bullshit. But you want to sit up here and talk about, I don't know what I'm talking about, what writing on the wall, because you got Trump dick down your throat. Shut up. Fuck out of here. Ain't no Americans left in this bitch. I'm the only real American left up in here. I'm the real American left. Ain't no real Americans left. Everybody bending over. All the men out here bending over. Weak ass men. Don't let me get started. Bunch of weak ass men out here. Everybody weak. Weak. Nobody standing up for nothing. Nothing. Y'all not standing up for nothing. Nothing. Talking about American will recover. Fucking dumbasses. They're about to take this country over. They've been selling us out. Been selling us out. All you watching is Cuck News and CNN and MSN bullshit. You watching Cuck News, BNN, right? Because they ain't CNN, they BNN. Bullshit News Network. And you watching Cuck News, right? And MSN bullshit. Right? You're not paying attention to international affairs. You're not paying attention that, oh, Meta just invested money over there in Africa to build some data centers. Oh, y'all didn't see that coming. Right? Y'all don't see China. Y'all don't see China investing into Africa and Latin America, building up the economies. Oh, y'all don't see that happening. Right? Oh, y'all don't see BRICS about to outdo. Come on, man. Bro. But like the fact that this information is not widely known to Americans is just asinine. It's asinine, right? But y'all continue. America is great. America is great. But this will be the last that we see of greatness. This will be the last that we see, and this is coming from a real American. This will be the last that we see. The last. Y'all can keep walking around. Y'all can keep walking around thinking it's a joke. Y'all can keep walking around. Y'all can keep walking around lollygagging around this bitch thinking that Trump is gonna save you. Save you. Y'all keep walking. Yeah, sure. Yep, Trump is gonna save you. Yeah, yeah. All right. Trump is gonna be our saving grace. Jesus, all hail Jesus Trump. All hail Jesus Trump. Trump is gonna save us. Yeah, all right, man. All right. All right, sure. You're right. You're right. Yeah, while at the same time bending over for Tisrael. Yeah, all right, yeah. He gonna save us. Yep. Right? Cutting deals with the billionaires and the techie leaks. Yeah, all right. All right, Ninja. All right. Like, bro, I'm not about to debate with you. Like, bro, come on now. I'm in a whole different hemisphere. I'm investing in China. It's the future, bro. Exactly. Shouts out to Alexander Bryant with the super chat. If you're not already in tune, with what's going on, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Christy says, like, you weren't all over Obama jock when he was president. I wasn't. I was a fucking kid. Obama's first term, I was a kid. See, and this is what people do too. They redirect and reflect. Oh, yeah, he's on it. Nah, I ain't never on no grown man's dick. Fuck is you talking about? Nah, I'm not built like you ninjas. The fuck? Never on no grown man's dick. I don't care who it is. Never been that kind. I don't care if it's a manager, supervisor. I've never been the one to suck up to nothing. I stand 10 toes. Right? I have my own sovereign mind. Y'all want to lean. Y'all want to argue about left or right and this and that. I don't do all of that. I've been done with that because I seen both sides on some bullshit. Both sides sold us out. Both sides don't know. Both sides don't care about the general public. Both sides. They're two heads to the same dragon. Yes, I was a kid when Obama first got elected. I didn't care nothing about no politics in '08. And I just turned 18. I think his second election. What was his second term? I just became an adult. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to that stuff like that. Chris D, shut the fuck up. Incelish ass morons. Incelish as morons. Trump is a fat boomer, and they don't see it, bro. You got people want to sit up here and debate, bro. The only jobs that are being created right now are being catered to the boomers. I hope y'all realize that. And I'm gonna put the chart. I'm gonna put the chart up in it after I get off the live stream. I'm gonna put the chart up after I get off the live stream. The only jobs that are being created are for the boomers. We're only seeing two industries. We're only seeing two industries that are making improvements, right? Or job creations, and that is in healthcare, and all of it has to do with nursing and what's the name of that other industry when people on their deathbed and shit like that, right? But anyway, healthcare and leisure services. Healthcare and leisure services, right? Healthcare, because the boomers are aging, and Gen X is aging as well, right? And leisure activities, right? Only because the people with the bulk of the money are the boomers. That's it. The people who have the most spending power right now is the boomers, and you can probably add some Gen X's in there too, some older Gen X's, but they have the bulk of the spending power. They own the bulk of the wealth. They own the bulk of the assets. They have the most money to spend on leisure activities and traveling and this, that, and the third. Right? Tap, can you put on subscribe mode so I can send a gift? I'll go ahead and put it subscriber only mode. There we go. Sony says, which country do you think America should learn from? We should learn from Rome, but that's too late. We should learn from Rome, Ninja, but it's too late. Bro, the exact same, bro. History repeats itself, right? The Roman Empire, for these exact reasons that we're going through now, right? Feminism, right? Quote unquote equality, right? Start to spread throughout Rome, right? The feminine energy, right? So we start having industries, right, including the government, that were led by the feminine, right, which also happened to Rome, right? Women start to become more and more integrated into society, which that changed a lot how men viewed things. That changed how a lot of men did things, right? Naturally so, right? When you put women in a room, which men change the direction of how they think, how they lead, how they do everything, right? Same thing is happening, right? Everything got infiltrated. Rome was destroyed from within, right? So by the time the enemies got to Rome, they were already you know, debating amongst themselves and trying to off each other's head. Yeah, that's how that works. That's how that works. No disrespect, but Generation X are going to become the new boomers. Hospice, that's what it's called. I invest in Chinese companies in the U.S. stock market. Left wing and right wing are part of the same bird, but people don't want to believe it. And this is why America's going to continue to go down the rabbit hole. They're going to continue to go down the route that they are, because to make America work again and to make America great again, everybody has to be on the same page. Everybody. That's the only way it's going to work, right? And just like a football team, for if you ever play sports, do you get into it with your teammates? Of course, right? Of course you get into it with your teammates, right? Sometimes you may fight in practice, sometimes y'all may argue in practice, but guess what? To win the game, guess what? Y'all better squash whatever y'all got going on. Yeah, y'all may not like each other right now. Y'all may not agree on certain plays. Y'all may not agree, that this is the way that this should go right now. However, when it's time to win the game, guess what? We got to put the differences aside, and we got to come together just so we can win the game. We can argue later about personal stuff. We can argue later about personal stuff. We can settle this in some other day in practice, right? But America, that's where America based on on theory. That's what America would have to do. But we all know that's not going to happen. We all know that's going to happen. That's not going to happen. Everybody's too egotistical, right? Everybody's too prideful, right? Pride is going to be the downfall of America. Just like it was the downfall of man in the first place. Pride is the downfall of man, right? But pride is going to be the downfall of America, simply put, because nobody wants to put differences aside. Everybody wants to feel like they're right, right? Nobody wants to feel like they're wrong, right? It's manipulative and it's absolutely organized. Yeah, it's all organized, right? You got to think they're putting trillions of dollars behind this machine. Come on now, they're putting trillions of dollars behind this machine. There's no stopping this machine, right? America's already been wiped clean, right? America's already been wiped clean. The glory days of America are over, right? Do y'all not understand that the next generations of the working class are in India, Africa, and Latin America? That's what they're doing now, right? The next working class of the world is in India, Africa, and Latin America. Specifically India and Africa because they have some of the youngest population and some of the most fertile women, right? That's why China started 15, 20 years ago. Now you have America starting late. America's behind the eight ball. Now they're trying to catch up to China. It's too late. China's already invested in infrastructure. China's already invested in businesses. China's already invested in railways, highways, all kinds of stuff. It's already too late. It's already too late, right? Now, what America's trying to do now? They're just trying to scrape everything that they can. We in panic mode, right? And I wish a lot more people seen it, right? What America doing? Why everything seems so drastic, right? Because America's in panic mode because we let the ship sail off course for so long, right? Blake Bradley said Indian girls and citizens are fighting for this. Crazy to see. Yeah, it is crazy to see, but you can't talk. That's why I said you can't talk sense into anybody, right? I'm objective in everything, right? Left, right, I don't care. You have to be objective in everything because you have to see everything with a bird's eye view. That's how real intellectuals think, right? You have to see everything with a bird's eye view. Some things are wrong, some things are right, some things are in between, some things you agree with, some things you don't agree with, right? But you have to be objective. But nobody wants to be objective. They want to. You got people who they're gonna live and die the way that they think. They're gonna live and die with the way that they think, which is cool with me. I don't give a damn. Many Americans are gonna live and die on that hill, right? And you have a lot of people who just want to be they just want to be right, right? Trump is gonna save the day, bro. There ain't nobody gonna save the day. For the past 10 to 15 years, we've had multiple parties in there, multiple parties. Nobody did a damn thing. Nobody did anything. But now somehow now and I'm not saying and I'm for sure not saying that it's all Trump fault. That's not what I'm saying at all, right? Trump is also he picked up a bag that was already full, right? So I'm not even saying that it's all the way Trump's fault. He picked up many bags that was left on him, right? Biden did some wrong shit. Obama did some wrong shit. Both Bushes, George Bush and Daddy W. Bush did some bullshit, right? And if you ask me, right, the Bushes kind of sped up where we are now, right? Then you got the Reagan area, the Reagan era. Come on now, we can go all the way back. We can go all the way back. This stuff has been happening since before many of you were probably even born. I know for sure since before I was born, there was a lot of things going on, right? There was a lot of things going on. This didn't just start yesterday. This didn't just start with the Trump administration. It didn't just start with the Biden administration. It didn't just start with the Obama administration. This has been going on already. A lot of these plays have been in effect already, right? But you peasant ass voters mean something to the elite? Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Insane that y'all even think that. Yeah, Elon care about us. Bro, Elon ain't showed no receipt. Elon ain't showed a damn receipt. Elon ain't told us what exactly he found. There is no, bro, if there was something that was actually found, there would be a clear list on what was found. A clear list. Y'all are still going for this shit? Bro, these folks have been lying from the jump. They've been lying from the jump. As soon as I seen that, as soon as that Elon and Trump, that bubble came to a head, that pimple came to a head, I was like, yeah, this ain't. Yeah, they've been lying from the jump. They've been lying from the jump. Elon ain't found shit. Elon ain't found nothing. Or or better yet, what he did find is that what he did find was that multiple parties, both Republicans and Democrats, are in cahoots, and many more powerful people that he cannot just out. He found that, and since that multiple people were in cahoots, his hands was tied, just like the Epstein files, right? But people want to consent. They want to continue to sit here thinking that these people are on your side, bro. You better get some money, bro. You better get some money. You think that? Let me ask y'all something. Y'all really think that these elitists have an allegiance to a nation? Bro, nations are done. There's no allegiance to nations anymore. Allegiance to nations are for peasants. I don't care how you look at it. Allegiance to nations are for peasants. Why do you think they're sending just letting the borders open for all first world countries? Come on now. Right? Why do you think they're just allowing the borders to be wide open for all of the first world nations? Come on, sit back and think. America's not having babies, right? Americans are also lazy. They're importing the next working class. I already told y'all. They're importing the next working class. But you think that Trump is going to do something? No, he's not. He has no choice. This is bigger than just politics. They have no choice. So guess what? They're gonna bring in the immigrants, right? They may not want the ones from south of the border, but they're gonna get them from somewhere else. Hey, see, y'all can't handle the truth. This is the after pill, man. Hey, this is the after pill. This is the after pill. Y'all can't handle the truth. Y'all can't handle this truth. Come on now. I already told y'all. Where's the next working class? India, Africa, Latin America, right? How do they become trillionaires? I want to ask, how do they become trillionaires? They're not going to become trillionaires in America. They've already done that. They've been there, done that. They became billionaires in America, right? They became billionaires in America. Many millionaires already made in America this past century. Okay, many elites are already made this past century. America has been scraped clean. There's nothing else to get from America. There's nothing else. So guess what? They got to import the next working class, right? They got to import the next working class, and guess where the money is moving? The money is moving out of America. Okay, y'all all right? Yeah. Right. Y'all gonna look back on this 5 years from now. I've already, ninja. I'm gonna be like this, long gone. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna be. Y'all gonna be like, where the after pill at, ninja? Y'all gonna see me posted up somewhere, with palm trees somewhere, ninja. I'm telling y'all better prepare. Money is moving. Money is moving. Right. This is why there's so many. This is why there's so many distractions right now. I'm giving y'all real game, real hidden wisdom. Right. This is why there's so many distractions right now. Right. This is why it's looking like you can't get ahead. This is why it's looking like that. Right. Because money is moving. Right. To move money that you're not supposed to be moving. or to move money up under people's noses, right? You have to distract them. Bro, this classic. This classic, bro. This is, and the reason I can think on this level because it is shit that I would do. The reason I can think on this level is because it is the same thing that I would do. Right? Is crypto the answer? Crypto could be the answer, depending on which way it goes. If the government full fledged gets his hands on it, then no. It's just gonna be another vehicle. It's gonna become just like the stock market, highly manipulated. So it depends on what we're talking about, right? Are we talking about centralized, decentralized? Will they get rid of decentralized? Right? It depends. I think there will always be decentralization, but it just depends. Depends on what we're talking about. The bread and circus in full effect. Bread and circus in full effect, man. Bread and circus in full effect, bro. I can't even, bro. I'm so above this shit, bro. I'm just like, I'm gonna let these peasants have it, man. And when I say peasants, I'm talking about peasant minded, right? Many Americans are peasant minded, can't think for themselves, right? This is why I say many Americans, they need to be controlled. Many Americans need to be controlled. Many people in the world need to be controlled, right? I'm sorry, I'm an elitist. I'm a I'm an intellectual elitist. Yes, I think most people need to be controlled, right? Most people can't think for themselves, right? If they do get to think for themselves, they're going to cause chaos, right? So you got to keep them under wraps, right? Throw some crumbs in there to keep them distracted, right? So they don't point the finger at the right people. Continue to let them point the fingers at the wrong people, right? Keep them distracted, keep them fighting amongst themselves. Don't let them know that we're the ones that's pulling the strings. Yeah, that's some shit I would do if I wanted to control the masses. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? Men are not going to revolt. They've already been weakened, right? You got men still out here worrying about trying to get married, ninja. Everything burning around them. Ninja still trying to get married. Ninja still chasing pussy, right? Instead of some money. Still chasing pussy instead of some money. Men ain't gonna do nothing. Men are not gonna do anything. Y'all gonna end up straight in servitude, indentured servitude. That's it, right? Many men are already in the basement, right? Not doing anything. They've already castrated them damn selves, right? They don't have nothing to live for. Men ain't about to do a damn thing. Men are done. I've already said this. Men are done. Shouts out to the top 10, top 20% of men, right? Not just in finances, but in mental capacity, right? Emotionally, spiritually. Shouts out to y'all who are trying to do everything that you can to get ahead. Shouts out to y'all, right? But for the rest of you, right? Fuck them. Let them die. Give a damn anymore. If you see the state of most men don't want to do anything, right? Obesity is out of control, right? Men are severely overweight, not just the men, the women as well, right? Severely overweight, right? Severely poisoned, right? From the foods, right? Don't care about themselves, engulfed in social media, not even trying to build on social media. Men are not even trying to build businesses on social media. You're not even trying to build a platform. Y'all just scrolling. Soon you at work scrolling. Soon as you get off work, you're scrolling. You're not doing anything with your life. But men are supposed to get out here and revolt and do no. The strong ain't bro, the strong are not about to revolt. Bro, this shit is bigger than that. You think the strong men about to revolt? No, they just about to do what they do and move their money around just like the elites. Come on now, this stuff is bigger. This stuff is bigger than that. Way bigger. Certain trains you cannot stop at all. And I already told you before. I started this. I started this because I wanted to be a voice of men. But now now I'm on to a whole new train. Either you get on a train or you get left behind. That's what I'm on now. Right? You get on the train or you get left behind. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else to do. I'm not trying to save. I'm not trying to save men. I'm not trying to be your saving grace. right? If you're listening, you're listening. If you don't, goodbye. Ninja, I don't care anymore. Because once I started to see that men, how the route that men were taking, making excuses, lack of accountability, lack of responsibility, the same things that they tried to hold women to the fire for, tried to hold women to the flame for. Once I started seeing that the men are not even the men that they say that they are, once I seen that these MAGA are just maggots, once I seen that the libtards were just, bro, come on now. I can go on and on. I'm done. I'm done. If you're listening, you're listening. If if thou have an ear, let you hear, ninja. If thou have an ear, let you hear. G. Jones said after Pill pulled oh the old hoes be telling me that coming for us black snacks. I tell them to get the fuck out of my face, but I don't want to hear that shit. Right. I'm done. I'm done with the race cards from everybody. I'm done with the race cards from everybody. I'm done with the race card from you blackity blacks. Of course, yep, got to throw the logical statement out there. Yes, there's some things that exist. Yep, racism. Yep, blah 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 blah. Yep, we know things exist. Yep, but the continuous pull of the race cards from everybody, right? From the blackity blacks want to pull the race cards. Everybody want to pull the race cards. The Mexicans want to pull the race cards. Now whites are victims. Now shit, this is new to me. Now white people are victims. Now white people are trying to pull the race card. I'm like, bro. I can't. I can't, bro. I can't. I can't. I'm done. I'm done. I can't. I can't. Bro, I can't. I'm done. Bro, everybody trying to pull, everybody want to pull the victim card. Everybody's a victim in America now. Everybody, everybody's trying to run. Everybody's trying to finish first. Everybody's trying to finish first and who can be the victim, right? Now, it used to be which minority it used to be which minority is the victim. Now white people have entered the chat. Ninja, what? Now white people have entered the chat. Now white people are trying to be victims. Now I'm like, yeah, God help us all. God help us all, Ninja. Now white people are trying to be victims now. All right, Ninja. All right, yep. It's time to get us. It's time to skedaddle. It's time to skedaddle. I ain't got time for it, bro. I don't have time for low level thinking. I don't. I don't have time to get sucked into low vibrational thinking. This is what I'm trying to warn you guys about. There's going to be a lot of propaganda. There's going to be a lot of manipulation going on. There's going to be a lot of psychological warfare going on via social media, via legacy media. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. It's going to suck you down into low vibrational thinking, right? Many people are not going to be able to escape that low vibrational thinking. That is the whole purpose. I got to realize that your mind is bigger than what you think it is, right? Once you get sucked into that low vibrational thinking and you're not a strong person, you're not a strong-willed person, a strong-minded person, you're going to be stuck there forever. And they're going to continue to rinse and repeat, rinse you through the system, right? And you're going to stay there until they milk this shit clean. And then by the time you look up and realize what happened, it's too late, right? But for the strongest, for the strong-willed, for the strong mind, the ones that see what's going on, I see what's going on from a bird's eye view, right? I'm not about to sit here and debate with anyone about what I'm seeing because I already know what's happening. I already know what's about to happen, right? So you got to continue to keep yourself on a high vibrational field so you can continue to think with clarity and think with creativity so you can escape this shit. And that's an after pill. Make sure you hit the link pinned to the top of the chat, right? Join the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. Come over there, join the community, right? Once you sign up for the Book of Forbidden Knowledge, you get the After Pill archives, which I have 70 plus videos of my oldest, right, knowledgeable videos, right? You also get access to Billionaires Row, which, I'm still dropping videos. So more economic videos are coming soon over there. More crypto videos, more automation and AI videos are going to be dropped on Billionaires Row. If you sign up for the Book of Forbidden Knowledge, you get access to all three tiers. You get access to all three tiers, right? And you get access to the episodic program of the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. So make sure you check that out. I'm changing your mind. We're going to be talking about some things that I just don't get into that much on YouTube, right? You need to exceed in mind, exceed in spirit, exceed in emotions, right? You need everything possible to get to the next level. and to supersede what's going on right now. Sign up for the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. I'm changing minds. I'm changing spirits over there, right? So go over there and check it out. And that's an after pill. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Shouts out to everybody that tuned in. Shouts out to everybody that super chatted as well. I'll see y'all later.